Hey, we're about to put our boat in the water. Lake Travis, my home lake near Central Texas. You know, you talk about a lake that's been transformed. Lake Travis is a lake that's up nearly 50 feet from what it was last year. Brush in the water, it's gonna fish totally new. And talking about new, in 2016, we got an incredible docket on fishing and hunting Texas. Great fishing, great hunting all over this great state. But right now, we're gonna take a look back at our awesome 2015. Hope you enjoy the show. This is Fishing and Hunting Texas.
From Mexico to Louisiana, the Red River down to the Laguna Madre, Texas is one big playground. Join professional bass fisherman and three-time FLW Angler of the Year, Clark Wendlandt, as he takes you on some of the best outdoor adventures the Lone Star State has to offer. This is Fishing and Hunting Texas.
You know, the opportunity to host Fishing and Hunting Texas, I can't even imagine a greater opportunity. It's what I've always loved, being able to fish and hunt all over this great state, bring the viewer what I love and what I'm passionate about, and learn about it as I go. You know, I know really well whitetail hunting and bass fishing, but I love the outdoors and I love trying to figure out different ways to hunt, different ways to chase game. Hey, I've got Cabela's, the world's greatest outfitter, outfitting me as I go. And so anytime I need a little bit of extra information, a little bit of extra advice, hey, I know exactly where I can find it. It's gonna be a great 2016. You know, when I think about last year and what we did on the show last year, we started out with Kurth Lake, a little bitty small East Texas reservoir that I just heard some things about. I didn't know I could go catch a bunch of fish out there. I just heard it was good and kind of always had. And when I got there, you know, it's not really all that big, but I put my boat in the water, and when we turned on the Garmin sonar, I looked down and I mean, there is grass everywhere. Water is really, really clear. And it was cold. And so, you know, when you get there and you think grass, you're thinking some of the traditional stuff, something like, you know, maybe a red-eye shad, maybe slow rolling a spinnerbait. But when I got there, the water was just really, really clear. And so the way we ended up catching them was on a big swim bait. And ended up just reeling that thing really slow. And it was kind of a transition. You know, we were out there that day. We probably got started about midday. And the first bite I got, though, was I mean, hammer. Oh, that's a good feeling fish right there. Now, I've had 3, maybe 4 bites in a row. Oh, yeah. That's a good one. Look at that fish, he can't even jump. He's so lethargic, he just ate that thing. Look at this bait so far down in his face. Oh. Oh my gosh. Now, I actually had a couple bites before that I missed. And a lot of times on a swim bait, you know, you get to jerking just a little bit too fast. And I mean, I was excited, probably just a little over aggressive, and I'd set the hook just a little bit fast, but man, that first one I hooked was a 7-pounder. He comes sloshing up there. He can barely jump, he's so big, and swallowed that swim bait. Fishing a small lake, East Texas, and there's grass. Oh my gosh. You know, Kurth Lake is just one of those places, as we started fishing, I just noticed those fish were so healthy there. And I love seeing that in a lake. When I catch a fish in the pre-spawn like that and it's fat like that, I just love seeing how fat they are. And I noticed when I brought fish in, you know, after I watched that film back, I noticed every time I got one in there, I was just amazed at how big and healthy and fat those fish were. That lake is one of those that I'll put on my radar list that just says, man, that's a special, special lake. Look at the size of that thing. Oh, now that is so awesome. Look at that fish. I just want to show you the gut on this fish right here. Look at that thing. You know, every year when filming, there's a lot of things that get filmed that never make the air. And for me, the greatest one last year was this one giant fish at Lake Buchanan, topwater. I mean, there's nothing I like more than fishing topwater. I'm throwing a walking bait. Scott's actually zoomed in. I mean, it's one of the best fish catches I've seen. There's a striper. Oh, it's a bass, it's a giant. Look at that thing. Oh my God. Oh, that's the size of the other one I had. I was thinking there is no way that's not a striper. An absolute monster. Look at this guy. Oh, God. I slowed it down right there at the end. Get in here, dude. Oh! Oh, could that not have been more awesome right there? That thing hit it like 3 or 4 different times. Oh my gosh, what a fish. He is gone.
Stay with us. We'll be right back with more of the best from our 2015 season on Fishing and Hunting Texas.
Fish on! Come on, get together.
Let's get down to business. Quiet, you sons of fishes. Now, what?
I'm switching sonar.
Why?
Cause now I can see fish swimming live in front of my boat. I even see fish attack my lure. Y'all sonar's just history. I'm out.
I'm with him.
From big waters to the shallows and the whole outdoors, the aluminum rig you've always wanted is here. Packed with features, now you can enjoy the legendary ride, quality, stability, and peace of mind from Ranger. Coupled with Evinrude E-Tech's unrivaled performance and 300 hours with no dealer scheduled maintenance, every Ranger aluminum boat is engineered to excel and priced to be yours. Power your Ranger with Evinrude E-Tech.
There's 2 things between an angler and the fish, the sun and the bugs. Sawyer's line of sunscreens and bug sprays keep you focused on the fish. Sawyer's Stay Put sunscreen formula bonds with your skin for a more comfortable and better level protection. And picaridin insect repellent will only harm the bugs, never your fishing gear. Also, Sawyer permethrin repels and kills on contact over 55 species of insects. You're already outdoors. Sawyer keeps you there.
These are my Strike King S11s. Get your own.
Fishing and Hunting Texas is brought to you in part by Cabela's. It's in your nature. Ranger Boats, still building legends one at a time. And by Garmin, the power of simple. Welcome back to the show. This week we're looking back on some of the highlights from our 2015 season with your host, Clark Wendlandt.
You know, another opportunity we had last year on the fishing side was this power plant lakes. We did a power plant show, and we actually featured 3 different power plant lakes, all of which were just a little bit different. And one thing about power plant lakes in Texas is they are good. I mean, they've got great fishing. A lot of variety, a lot of them have grass, but one thing they all seem to have in common, they've got a slot limit on it, and they got just tons and tons of fish on them. We started off fishing Fayette County, and you know, Fayette County is one of those lakes that, I mean, I've always said it's got more bass per acre than any lake I've ever fished. And I mean, we just caught them and caught them and caught them, throwing crankbaits, throwing small swim baits. Those fish were just biting that day, and we kind of found some little intricacies to the bottom that, you know, that really keyed us in. There was a little depression as it kind of ran in the back of this bay, and I mean, those fish were just stacked in there. I mean, one after another. We put our power poles down, caught one, caught another. And one thing you just would notice with those fish as well is they were just healthy fish. From there, we go to Decker Lake. And you know, Decker Lake is a lake right on the outskirts of Austin. It's got some great fish in it. It's also got shallow grass in it. And it's, I mean, you know, we were able to finish up that day with a couple of really good fish. We caught a 4-pounder, and then right at the end, we catch like a 7-pounder.
That feels like a pretty good one. Oh, come on. Oh, that's a good fish. That feels like a pretty good one. Oh, come on. Oh, that's a good fish. Barely reeling that thing. Oh yeah, that's a good one right there. Oh, that's too awesome right there. Oh gosh, look at the size of that giant fish right there.
And from there, we went down south of San Antonio, Lake Braunig. You know, Braunig is just a lake. I've always heard about Calaveras and Braunig, and I didn't really know that much about them. I just really knew that they might have some good fish, and Willie's totally different. There's not any shallow grass there, but there's some reeds, and I saw those reeds. The weather was cold, I mean ice cold, and I got in and started flipping those reeds and didn't get just a ton of bites, but every time I did, it'd be a good fish.
I got him there though. Get up here, boy. Look at the fat, deformed looking fish right here. Look how fat he is. Now he's probably, I'm just guessing, but he's probably on a bed. He bit that thing as soon as it, look how fat that bass is. I mean, thickness from here to here, he's about as long as he is wide. That is too cool right there. There's nothing I like more than that right there. That is awesome.
You know, power plant lakes in Texas, it's something you just gotta look at because, you know, even when it's really cold, the water's warm there and the fish can be really biting well. Really cool place to go.
Get out of here, dude. Look how fat that dude is. I am not kidding you. It looks like a bluegill or a crappie or something. It's just like it's not even the same species.
You know, from there we went to Lake Belton. And Lake Belton was a really interesting show because we actually had the opportunity to fish there about 2 years ago. And 2 years ago, we had a great day fishing. Caught them shallow cranking, caught a bunch of fish, caught smallmouth, largemouth, and really kind of dialed in. I mean, as time went on that particular day, we caught them. And I mean, I felt like when I came away from there, I was like, man, that was jam up. Caught them all the way up to about 4 pounds. And we get back there exact same time of year, and I really wanted to highlight how a lake can change from one year to the next. And when we get there, that water had gotten so much clearer. It was low, you know, big drought in Texas, so the water's a little bit low, probably 6 or 7 foot low, but the water clarity was just unbelievable. And we get a bright, clear, bright sky day that just said, man, you're not gonna catch a fish here. So, you know, as I get out there and I kind of start looking around, dealing with that clear water, you know, I've dealt with clear water a lot of times, like in the Ozarks. And in the Ozarks, a lot of times you go kind of light, maybe with a finesse jig. So I started off with a finesse jig, and I'm fishing, and one of the first places I actually went, I'm kind of on this long tapered point, and I actually look down on my Garmin sonar, and I see a little V on there. And as I saw that V, I was like, I keep dragging. It wasn't like right below me. I had to kind of drag my bait to it. 25 feet deep, get a bite, set the hook, and it is a beautiful, like a 5-pounder. I mean, comes out of nowhere.
That fish was in 25 feet of water right there. I'm not kidding. I was just dropping off. I saw one on the 840. This might not even be a bass. I don't know what it is. All I know is it's big. Come on, be a big old smallmouth. I ought to be able to see him here before long. down that clear water. Golly, that's clear. Oh, that's a nice bass. Oh my gosh, get in here, look at that. Look how fat he is, what a fish. Got those black marks all over him. You know, one thing you just can't be is intimidated by clear water. Clear water can intimidate anybody. I usually like to attack it. There's two ways you can approach it. Look at that fish. You can either fish it fast, fish with the wind, or a day like today, you got to go deep. That's just the only way you can go.
You know, if you have the opportunity, go like us on our Facebook page. Message us, let us know what lakes you'd like us to try, what techniques you want to see, what hunts you'd like us to go on. We'd love to hear from you.
Experience High-Vis, a brighter sight picture than standard sights, giving you an immediate, more successful shooting performance. High-Vis lets you see a dramatic contrast between the target and the barrel for a more intuitive aim that delivers instant results. Our light pipes come in a variety of shapes, sizes, and colors, designed to be seen in a variety of conditions. With our broad line of sights, you'll see your marksmanship dramatically improve, bringing more fun and confidence into every shooting experience. Shoot more accurately. Enjoy the sport. Choose High-Vis.
Ever dreamed of fishing with an FLW champion? Well, now's your chance to win a guided fishing trip with 3-time Angler of the Year and Americana Outdoors staff member Clark Wendlandt. Americana Outdoors is giving a trip in October of 2016 with a legend of the sport for a day of bass fishing that will be filmed for Americana Outdoors. Sign up to win at americanaaoutdoors.com.
Oh, nice shot.
You put the cool in life. We put the cool in coolers. Arctic ice.
Every day, your eyes are exposed to dust, debris, and wind. Only Wiley X removable gaskets block it all out, and your eyes remain safe. Wiley X, absolute premium protection for sportsmen.
Fishing and Hunting Texas is brought to you in part by Lucas Oil and Marine Products. It works. Arctic Ice. We put the cool in cooler. And by Grove Tech. Go hunt. We'll carry the gun. Welcome back. As a professional angler on the FLW Tour, Clark spends most of his year on the front deck of his Ranger boat. But when he's not on the water, his other passion in life is hunting.
Having your own hunting show, I mean, that's always been kind of a dream of mine. I love pursuing whitetails. And, you know, the first show that we really did is a hunting lease show. And, you know, most land in Texas that's hunted is private land, you know, and so we've got a lease and it's, you know, kind of in the middle of the Texas Hill Country. And I mean, what a scenic place to hunt. When we get out there and when we put up scouting cameras, we get a picture of a stud of a deer. I mean, you know, over 150 class 10 point. I mean, beautiful deer. We didn't have any idea there was deer like that there. You know, you always dream of deer like that, but you don't know that one's there like that. And so we started hunting that deer, and I'll never forget, Scott and I get out there real early, and this deer just walks into our view from the side, and it's that deer. We have been hunting this deer. We have been hunting this deer all year. We've seen him in scouting pictures, absolutely drilled him. I mean, oh my God.
Oh my God, I dreamed about shooting this deer. I mean, we're hunting hill country, low fence ranch. It's early, I mean early in the morning. We didn't know if we had light enough, and he just walked right in. I mean, we haven't seen him all year. We've seen trail camera pictures of him, and that's it. Oh my God.
That was a really special time. Scott, my brother's my cameraman, and he and I got to experience that together, and he was absolutely just as jacked up about it as I was.
Look at the size of this deer right here. Oh my gosh. Look at that deer. Look at the tines on him. Oh my gosh. Oh.
Coming up, we'll stay in the field for more hunting and hunting highlights from the 2015 season, right here on Fishing and Hunting Texas.
Fish on! Come on, get together.
Yeah, right.
Let's get down to business. Quiet, you sons of fishes. Now, what?
I'm switching sonar.
Why?
Because now I can see fish swimming live in front of my boat. I even see fish attack my lure. Y'all's sonar's just history. I'm out.
I'm with him.
Hey! These are my Strike King S11s. Get your own.
Win a guided turkey hunting trip with Americana Outdoors staff member Jeff Reynolds. This hunting trip to South Texas will be filmed for Americana Outdoors and will be set for March of 2017, when the turkeys will be in full strut. Sign up today at AmericanaOutdoors.com for your chance to hunt for Rio Grande turkeys in South Texas.
Oh, nice shot.
You put the cool in life. We put the cool in coolers. Arctic ice. Fishing and Hunting Texas is brought to you in part by Strike King Lure Company and Optics, Sawyer, we keep you outdoors, and by AmericanaOutdoors.com.
You know, the state of Texas has just got so much to offer. In 2016, I'm thinking I really want to hunt a big mule deer. I don't know if I'm going to get to, but I'd love to hunt one. Big whitetail, those are definitely in the cards. We're going to do the leash show again and going to show kind of a different angle of that. My family's going to get to hunt with me. So as far as the hunting goes, all that's going to be great. I'm hopefully going to fish with some of the people from Strike King, either the pro staff or some of the guys that make the baits. Just show you kind of, you know, how that process happens and how you actually get from an idea to a great bait. It's going to be a great year. You know, when I talk about new things coming in 2016, the one I'm the very most excited about is Strike King coming on board, being my sunglass and bait sponsor, and I just love the relationship. You know, Strike King is probably one of those companies that if I had to look at all the companies in the fishing realm which one would I want to be with the most, and I would have picked Strike King for sure, because the guys at Strike King, those are great fishermen as well. They understand baits and they understand how they need to work really well. They listen to their pros, they come out and they make these baits that really, really work well. And I couldn't be any more thrilled to be with a company like Strike King. They put out the best baits by far in the industry. You know, last year I actually got to hunt a big axis, and I didn't get it done. I mean, hey, I made a shot, the deer jumped my string a little bit. I didn't kill him, but I'll promise you this year, it's gonna be, we're gonna show the whole show, and I killed a giant axis. And I mean, it's as good a footage as you could ever see. You know, the other great thing I got to do hunting last year was turkey hunt, and I had the opportunity to learn how to call.
Clark, did you hear that one sound? I heard it, but I was looking this way. It sounded off that way, but he was a good ways away, wasn't he?
I've always been fishing during turkey season and you know, never had the opportunity to really learn how to call. I mean, I can sit there and make some turkey sounds, but I never knew really how to do it. And Will and Wade, you know, they basically kind of took me under their arm and just showed me basically how to do it. And Will actually called me up a bird, and I was able to harvest it under tough hunting conditions. Finally, I mean, we have worked so hard. It's been so daggum cool, because there's no way to learn how to turkey hunt unless you get out here and do it and have encounter after encounter. I mean, if it was real easy, I mean, you wouldn't be able to do it. I mean, Will, I mean, you called that dude, way to go, man. That was awesome. You know, basically I went from there to Cabela's, and I basically outfitted myself with the calls that I thought sounded really good. And, you know, I've always loved making, you know, trying to call animals, whether it be rattling deer, or grunting deer, you know, trying to call ducks. Calling has always been something that's really fascinating to me. And so learning to do that, and then I was able to call up my own turkey and kill it. That was awesome. Turkey season in Texas is just one of those times you just got to mark your calendar with. Yeah, it's great fishing around that time, but you got to put it on your calendar to go do that, because there's just nothing like it. Hey, I hope you enjoyed the show. If you get the opportunity, go check out our website, like us on our Facebook page. Let us know where you'd like to see us go all around this great state. We'd love to hear from you.
Fishing and Hunting Texas is a Careco TV production. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next week.